Hello, Flosstube. I'm Julia, and this is the Stitcher Girl podcast, episode 15. How exciting! It is Saturday, September the 12th, and it's in the morning, and I'm still in my scrubs because really I don't have a lot of clothes that fit me anymore, and my work clothes fit me, so I thought I'd wear the owls for you today because they look good on me. And I put on one of my little fancy headbands because today we're celebrating my 1 year Flosstube anniversary. September the 6th, 2019 was when I first uploaded a video. So it's been a fun year. It's been great getting to know people, all stitchers from all around the world, and I've been having a blast doing it. There's been a bit of a learning curve here, but it's been a lot of fun, and it's definitely been a worthwhile thing to do, and I can't think of a better way of connecting with people, especially in a freaking pandemic. So there you go. So thank you to all my returning viewers, my returning subscribers who've been with me from the get-go. Thank you for watching, for liking, and for leaving comments. It's been great getting to know you all. And if you're new here, well, welcome to the party. This is where it's at. I'm in Moncton, New Brunswick, in the eastern part of Canada, and it is a beautiful fall day today. We have lots of sunshine. Quite nippy though this morning when I left work, but it's turning out to be a glorious fall day. So a couple of housekeeping items that I have to do before I get into it. I will be talking a lot about Sampler September today and my whips that I've been doing so far. So, number one, I had a giveaway in June for my birthday, and the winner, I'm going to put in her Instagram name up here, and I'm going to put in a pic. She posted a pic on Instagram of her finished piece. This was a chart that she won for my birthday giveaway, and it was called, it is called The Mulberry Trees by Darling and Whimsy Designs, Canadian designer. And she finished her piece and she put a post on Instagram, and it turned out wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Mary Helen. It was great, and it's great. Like, you did it so fast. That was awesome. Like, you really, woo, you got her done. You got her done. That was so exciting. And the second piece of business, in my last Flosstube that I did a couple of weeks ago, I said I was going to be having a giveaway again because it's my first year anniversary on Flosstube. And the winner of that giveaway was Lisa Loves Stitching. And Lisa's in Australia. Hello, Australia. I can't do the accent. But Lisa won, and the chart was Stitcher's Home by Sub Rosa Designs, and it was a PDF, so she's already received it. She already knows she won, so congratulations. So Lisa, when you get your piece stitched up, I want to see it. And the same thing goes to the other ones, because there were some other winners of my birthday giveaway, and I'm still waiting on a pic from you folks as well. No stress. But Mary Helen is in Canada and Lisa's in Australia, so this was really cool. And this is why I like doing Flosstube, by meeting people from all around the world. Awesome possum. So what's a good thing? Do you have any good things this week? What's a good thing for you? I always like to talk about good things. What's a good thing? Well, Murky seems to be back in stock. If you're a fan of Picture This Plus Murky, it seems to be back in stock. It gets popular this time of year. A lot of people like it for their Halloween and their more moody gothic pieces that they're working on. But I wanted to point out some Flosstubers who really do focus a lot on samplers, because this is the sacred month of Sampler September, or if you're into reproductions, Sampler September Soiree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list some Flosstubers below and in the description box. And I'm sure you've already watched some of these people, but Carol the Saltbox Stitcher, I mean, you know, you could just, I did that once not too long ago. I just went through all of her floss tubes, and it was just, it's very inspiring, and it's great to see, you know, what fabric she decides to use, if she's doing the called for, or if she switches things out. She's doing silks, cottons, and so forth. Michelle at Cozyegg, I really enjoy her floss tubes, and she just did one focusing on Sampler September, as did Emily C. And also Stacy of 911 Stitcher, 911 Stitcher, spelt out. And she did a couple of floss tubes where she just focused on samplers. So there's lots of inspiration out there. If you don't know where to start, if you're not really sure what a sampler is, if you want to see what everybody's working on, what are the really popular trending samplers right now, or some of the blasts from the past. So this is a good, I think, variety. I mean, there's also Nicole's needlework as well. Similar to Carol Saltbox Stitcher, they stitch a lot of the same things. And the same thing is for Brenda and the Serial Starter Laura. So these are great floss tubes to maybe watch this month. Go back and watch some of the older episodes, and while you're working on your samplers. I have no finished objects because I am being a good girl and working on Sampler September. I'm also doing something called Spooky September Stitching. So this allows me, those are hashtags, by the way, hashtag Sampler September, hashtag Sampler September Soiree, and hashtag Spooky September Stitching, because I wanted to get in some Halloween this month. So let's get to it. I did kind of create a bit of a game plan for the month, and because I had some things that I wanted to focus on, and there turns out there are some things that have been languishing, things that I haven't necessarily looked at in a while. And one piece in particular, it's a Sal. It's the Scotland Quaker Mystery Sal. And this is done by Deborah Dick of Tempting Tangles. There is a Facebook group, and that's how the Sal is conducted. They release a segment of the chart every 2 weeks, and there's only two more sections to be released, and then it'll be done. This started back in March, I believe, and so it'll end in October. I'm just a little behind, but I'm very enthused about the project. So I'll put in a picture of where I am where I was before I started working on it. Now this is going to be a focus piece for this month. I'm stitching it on 32 count. It's Fog. Picture this plus, it's a Lugana. And I'm using the called for DMCs. And this is where I am now. So I worked a bit up here. There was an accident here and a counting error, and I got that fixed. And then this is new. This is new. I finished the whiskey bottles. This is a crown. Now, Quakers, if you're not familiar with them, sometimes the motif is repeated 4 times to create a motif. Like here, you see here as well. Sometimes you have an individual motif like this, or like this. This is some kind of butterfly. But down here we have the crowns. I have one more crown I got to get back to. And then there's some optional beading or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to put any beading on this. This is a sporran. And then as I work my way over here, there's some swords. There's going to be a castle and a ship. Yeah, the ship comes down here. And this most recent part that was released was the Loch Ness Monster. So that was very exciting. So I've worked 2 days on this, and I want to work another 6 days on it this month. I don't expect to get caught up, but I just want to do more on it. So another piece. This is a Hands Across the Sea sampler, of course. So these are reproduction samplers. And this is Sarah Spencer, aka Honeysuckle Border. I haven't... This was a start for Stitch Mania. And this is a 40 count antique white Zweigart. So I didn't really get much done. I stitched on it for 1 day, and that was my goal for the month. But I worked on this motif here. I had the pot already, so getting the flowers in, and I did the 2 birds. There are counting errors, but I'm letting it go. I'm not giving myself a hard time. I'm not. Now, another sampler. Oh my gosh. I pulled this out to do, and when I looked at my stitching, I've already stitched in the date, 2020. So I had some heart palpitations, and I'm like, Julie, it's all right. You've got this. You have got this. The chart is Peacock Cypher by Just Nan. This is a bit of a blast from the past, 2005, I think. It came with a bead and a charm pack. There's a nice, beautiful peacock charm and some beading that goes in it. I'm doing it in one of these DMC. Is it variations? It is variations. 4025. It's a really nice variegated turquoise and tealy colors. Oh, what's going on? Is there a problem, Willie? Is there a problem? Is there a problem? Okay, let's take a chill pill. Always during a floss tube, we get so excited. So now this is a remnant piece I got at my LNS because you count in Moncton, but it's a Lugana. It's a 32 count, and it's, I have no idea. It's some kind of tealy blue color, gray blue color. Hang on, I gotta find my light. So this is where I am. And the next motif that comes in here, there's a bunch of flowers. So, I know, Welly, it's not easy being me. So here, I want to get to the bottom of these flowers by the end of the month. I've already stitched 2 days, and I've done all of this here. And I did some more of the 1/1, because this is 1/1. But it's fun, and it's nice just working on one thread color. Some of the pieces that I'm working on have a lot of colors in them, and it gets to be a bit much after a while. I'm getting blinded here. What else have I done? Okay, part of the spooky stitching, spooky September stitching, is I pulled out a whip. This is something I started last fall, a freebie by Lindy Stitches. I'll put in a picture. Urn of Horrors, I believe it's called. And this is Seymour. You may know it as Seymour. Anyways, I pulled this out the other day, and when I work 4 days in a row, I don't have a lot of energy to stitch sometimes. But this is where I am. I didn't do much. I was working on the urn, to tell you the truth, and trying to get that done. This is a piece of linen that I coffee and tea dyed a la Chelsea and Priscilla method, you know, baking it in the oven and all that. And it's really quite dark, and lots of dark modeling, which is cool for a Halloween piece. So yeah, so Seymour's got his teeth now, and there's counting errors in this too, and I'm like, I don't give 2 shits creeks. Okay, so what's next? Oh, the next 2 things are starts. I guess I need that. The next 2 things are starts, and bear with me. I'm feeling like I'm getting more light now than I anticipated. This is why I'm filming in the morning, to take advantage of the sunlight. So, this was a restart. This is October 31st by the one and only Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. Now, it called for Legacy, Picture This Plus, but I'm doing it on Ren. It is a 36 count. I did not have any of the 20,000 different threads that are called for in this pattern. So I think I have one, and I'm making it up as I go. So my own conversion, which, if you know me by now, that's what I like to do. So this is Ren, 36 count linen. Oh, no, here we go. Yeah. Anyways, a lot of fun. This is 2 days of stitching. I was so proud of myself too. I'm like, wow. Because I didn't use, I wasn't using like a magnifying. Not that I always use a magnifier when I'm stitching, but I was stitching this at my parents' place, and I'm like, wow, the 40 count, I can see so well. And then I realized it was 36 count. It's all good. So that is, I'm just making it up as I go with the colors. Now the next one, I posted this on Facebook, on Instagram. It got a lot of comments. It's because everybody loves Blackbird designs, right? Blackbird designs. So I started summer. And you know, after summer comes autumn. And then comes winter. And I know some people are a little perturbed that there's no spring, but where I live in Canada, there really isn't a spring. So I think it doesn't bother me. I mean, I can understand how it could bother some people, but I'm coping. I'm coping with it. So this is it iced cappuccino? The fabric, it's a 40 count. It's an R&R if I'm talking cappuccinos. And this is what I have so far. Again, it's a mixture of some gentle arts, some weeks, and other threads, cottons that I'm using. There we go. And I don't know if you can tell on my strawberry. Whoops. It's easier to see in a photo. But what I did was I alternated every 2 rows. I alternated the color because I'm using Schoolhouse Red by Gas, Gentle Arts, and a hand dye by Rolanda, which was more of a raspberry, because I wanted to try and achieve the look in these strawberries. I don't know, it almost looks like it's 2 different threads, and every 2 rows it was alternated, but it actually was the one color. And I'm brightening my greens and my reds and my pinks a little bit because I want my poinsettia and my strawberries to pop. Now, that was a lot of fun, and I've allocated 2 days this month to work on that. And I've done 1 day so far, and I'm saving the other day because I really enjoyed it. I've done a little bit, maybe like an hour here, an hour there, but not what I would consider my full day of stitching, because I had like a half an hour so that I did a letter, you know. When you don't know what to do a letter, right? You don't have a lot of time, do a letter. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on so far. So I've got some hashtag sampler September soiree, some hashtag sampler September, and some hashtag spooky September stitching. Oh, it's all fun. It's all fun. Anyway, so I'll be back with haul. So, some of you may remember that I had signed up to go to Pacific Northwest retreat that's put on by Acorns and Threads, and it was going to be at the end of September. So instead of asking for the refund of my down payment, I just put it towards some purchases. So what I did was I got some fabric. So I got some Picture This Plus Legacy, Fat 8, Shale. This was very exciting because, yeah, I didn't think it was going to be as purple as it ended up being, but I'm super happy with it. It's more of a pinkier purple. I don't know if I can show this to you. Purple is always hard to, but the modeling. Anyways, Fat Quarter, Dapple. This is a nice gray color. Yeah, there, I think that's good. I don't know, my light went funny. I was fighting with my phone. It fell on my ankle bone. So, you missed all my great swearing. And then I got a half a yard of vellum. Vellum was an, oh geez, look at that. Vellum was a new colorway this year at Market in Nashville. So it's going to be, I think, a really nice, there is, some of the modeling has a slight green tinge to it, but nothing. Yeah, this is professional, but I think you get a sense of the modeling. Anyways, it's really great, and that was a fat half. So I was happy to get that because I think I might use that for the Snooty Parrots. The other thing I got from Acorns and Threads was the Beth Twist exclusive, What a Time to Be Alive. And of course, we're thinking of everyone in the Pacific Northwest, from California all the way to the Canadian border. We're thinking of all those people going through wildfires right now. Even Beth herself was evacuated from her home in Oregon. So we're thinking of all these people. So this is an exclusive with Acorns and Threads if you want it. Oh, Wellington, now's not a good time. Now, that is it. I just wanted to show you my Acorns and Threads haul because that was very exciting. So my plans for the remainder of this month, I'm going to be focusing on the Scotland Quaker, the Peacock Cypher. I've got another day yet on that tri-seasonal blackbird design thingy. I also want to get back to Jane Marshall, which is a Hands Across the Sea, the Guernsey Girl, which I was really loving by Mill on the Floss Samplers, Sadie Woods by Barbara Anna Designs, and of course I did want to have another Halloween start for my spooky September stitching, Cat-O' Lantern by Luminous Fibers, Fiber Arts, Misty Purcell. That was in the recent Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition. So those are my plans. So what are your plans? What are you stitching this month? Is there a particular piece or something, sampler, that you've always wanted to stitch but you haven't gotten the chart yet? Is there a unicorn chart out there? Or have you started something you've been saving special for this month? So let me know with a comment down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for the comments. And I wish you well and happy stitching. Bisous.